Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Welcome back to the T0 to T6 BIS series. Previously I mentioned that I'm going to be figuring out the possible fits we can use to progress to T5 Abyss. And I've come up with that. I've previously touched upon different types of strategies to get to the T5 Abyss. And that's by, one of the ways was just simply straight up just adding a bunch of implants and using the same fit right here. But another one is also putting a few implants in and upgrading our ship a bit, because I've done some previous tests and the DPS we've got now in our ship is enough to do T5 Abyss. The main thing is that we need to have our tank be improved, and the way we can do that then is either implants or modules on our ship, or a combination of both. And the most cost-effective route is to combine a bit of both of them, because it would be very simple to just slap in a bunch of implants and keep the ship the same. It would be very simple and we would do very well like that. But it'll turn out quite expensive, and it has to do because we would be then using these Asclepian implants, and Asclepian implants, they are very expensive if you have the full set. So the high grade Asclepian, high grade Asclepian, where is it here? Asclepian Omega, 1.2 billion here just for this one implant. So it's really a very costly implant, a very good one, but a very costly one. But if we upgrade some modules on our ship and add a few implants, that'll be the more cost-effective route, and in essence it'll be the quickest route as well to T5 Abyss. Total cost of that fit plus implants will be about 1.9 billion. A lot of cash. We've already got quite a bit, and then plus we've also got the ship we've got right now, which is 500 million. So we've sort of made quite a bit of progress. So you could think of it like, with the cash we've got right now plus the ship we got now, it'll be about 1.2 billion. So we're about 1/3 or 1/4 of the way. So there is a bit more ISK need to be acquired to get to T5. But when we get to that T5, that's when we'll get some amazing income right there. And then it will just the income you get from T5 compared to T4 is more than double. I've encountered so many rooms where I get like 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 sometimes million ISK drops. So when we get to T5, then I think the jump from T5 to T6 will be a lot shorter than the jump from T4 to T5. I think just the modules required to get to the T5 level will be all acquired. That is like all the expensive modules, and then when we've got most of those expensive modules, then they'll be just like fine-tuning our fit to get to T6. Because then when we get to T6, mostly tank will not need to be improved upon. It'll be actually a lot of DPS that needs to be improved on, because we do need a bit more DPS to get to T6. But tank will only need to be slightly improved upon. Okay, grab these strike lances over here. This is a very simple wave right here, just rogue drones, baby easy. That was really cool. We got those double extraction nodes over there right next to each other. How much was that? Abyssal loot, 6 mil. Okay. Drop the drones. Pop the bi-adaptive. See what we get here. So I'll show you the fit I came up with. It's got a combination, as I mentioned before, implants and upgraded modules. So it's very similar to what we're currently using. The difference is we got a Corpum A-type multispectrum energized membrane. This is probably the most expensive module we've got on our ship. But this is very useful because this will be we'll be continuing to use in T6 later on. So even though it's a very big investment now, we will have much use of it later. It's not like we're going to replace it for this Imperial Navy multispectrum. This will not later be used. So it is a good investment right here, and a very, very powerful module. Then we've got some implants. We just go to the next room. Implants. We've got high grade Asclepian Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. So 3 implants. Not too expensive, and they're the more cheaper implants as well. We could also go more expensive implants and go for the cheaper modules. We can mix and match it quite a bit, but I felt that was a good route because it incorporates using modules that we'll use later on, and also modules that are not too expensive. So here we've got a pretty dangerous Leshak wave with triple starvers. We need to be a little bit careful right here. A little bit careful, just a little bit. Move around the sides of these drones right here that are very annoying. I should probably deploy drones directly on these. Get the forecaster going on. Okay. Need to watch out from those starvers. They'll just exterminate our capacity in no time. See, now I'm not really in range for the heavy pulse laser. It's not at all hitting because of this forecaster right here. Now maybe we might hit. Yeah, okay, good. We're getting a bit closer. And our capacitor is surprisingly doing well, and it's a lot to do with that we're in the electrical site. Got 40 gigajoules a second to spare. Have we got any blinders? No blinders, okay. Unfortunately, it took quite a long time to start doing damage to that Leshak because of how much the forecast was affecting our range. We've even still got a forecast on grid, so that's making it even more difficult for us to apply properly. Let's go to the adapter over there. Pop that. I didn't need to web that by adaptive cache. Silly me, silly me. We'll web this guy. Okay, now we'll want to go for Conflag because everything's really close. Oh, he's getting repped hard by the Leshaks. Yeah, there we go, good. There we got some basic rogue drones, but it's no problem. I'll start shooting with Scorch on that one who's very far away. Have our own drones go for these tiny little rogue drones over here. Kikimora, that's pretty decent. That blueprint can go for quite a pretty penny. Can we go for this extraction node? Do we have enough time? I think we do have enough time to spare, actually. If we can just take out that Leshak first. We have our drones go for him, just in case. Let's see if we can go to him. We're doing very little damage now. Okay, good. And then we'll move towards this extraction node, because these extraction nodes can give quite a pretty penny if we are lucky. Okay, there we go. Good one. Imperial Navy multi-frequency. Better tracking. And take out this last starver. We do have enough time. Yeah, we can go for that node over there. 13 minutes to spare plus another wave. No problem, no problem. Okay, only 400k in that one, so it was not at all worth the time. But you never know, you can sometimes get a lot more. And it'll definitely be worth your time. You only know when you actually get to it and open it. Which reminds me, I should be carrying that damn MTU, which I keep forgetting to bring all the time. One of these days I'll remember to bring it. That Acolyte's armor got completely nuked right there. Luckily we brought it in before it took any structure damage, but his armor just went down almost completely. And he's an armor-based drone too, so that's the majority of his whole HP. Or just any HP. Fierce Gamma. 2 million. 13 total. Finding contracts. We can't see contracts here in the Abyss. We're in unknown regions of space. Disconnected from the rest of the universe, so we can't see the market orders when we're in these deep depths of space. Next room. Got 10 minutes to spare. So plenty of time. Okay. Full FE Altus room. No problem. We'll go for that extraction node. Have we got a lot of neuters? No, we just got entanglers. We definitely want to go for entanglers because they'll be making us go very slow, and we want to go for that extraction node over there. Let's see, which one do we want to target? This one would be good. Unfortunately, we've got fog confusers, so we'll be hitting... that's a bit of a shorter range, but it's no problem because they'll always like to get close to us anyway. It's mainly tracking, but we don't really care about tracking since we're up against cruisers. Conflagration. Yeah, you see our velocity is reducing significantly now. Are we able to hit him? Doesn't seem like we're able to hit him properly. Even though we are in optimal range. He might be orbiting very quickly, that's why. Because I'm getting only grazing shots now. That's a bit strange considering he is a cruiser. Yeah, only grazing shots. Yeah, now we're going to get some penetrating and hit shots. That's good, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Lock these two up right here. And this confuse over here. And these are one of the waves that take the longest to get done in the Gila. But when we're using the Zealot, it's one of the quickest waves because we just do damage straight away, don't have to wait at all upon the drones to get to their target. And then they're in perfect range for our max DPS ammunition type, so it's just perfect really. Let's see, okay, we've taken out all the webbers and a few of the confusers. Can maybe land a volley here in the adaptive cache. Go a Scorch tap over here, popped. And then go for Conflag here. This guy is a smashing shot, that's great. Open this up. Ooh! Medium unstable energy neutralizer, mutaplasmin. That's great, that's great. Lucky jump right there. That's great. That's like half our value of our cargo is just from this one module over here. Plus the Kikimora blueprint. That's a decent run right there, decent run. keep getting drops like this, we'll be at T5 in no time. Could also deploy our drones as well to aid with some extra DPS. If you guys do T6 Abyss or T5 Abyss, and you were at one point at T4 Abyss, let me know what you think about transition fits in the comments down below, because we're doing like sort of like a transition fit right here, where we've got a T4 fit and then altering it slightly to get to the T6 one, or T5 one to eventually get to the T6 one. And I'm wondering, how did you guys transition if you've gone to T5 or even T6? Like, did you use your same T4 fit like I'm doing and then just upgrade it, or did you buy a completely new ship and do a completely different style of fit? Because I know that for the Gila at least, it's quite viable to use a passive fit, but then into T4 it can be quite cheap. But then if you go to T5 plus, you probably have to use Nirvana implants to make it worth or like powerful enough to do T5 or T6. So for me at least, when I was using the Gila, I went for passive up until T4, even T3, and then after that I went for an active one, an active tank or an active shield booster Gila, and it was completely different. And then when I went to T4 and T5, I upgraded like multi-spectrums mainly. That was the main thing I upgraded. Multi-spectrums and the shield booster grade. So I'm curious, what kind of upgrades do you guys make as well to your ships? Or if any of you guys have used the Zealot, because I don't see the Zealot being used so often. I think it's really great. I think it can be, it's an underlooked ship for the Abyss at least. I see so many videos on Gilas, Ishtars and Sacrileges, but I see so few on the Zealot. And I think it's a lot to do with that we're using electrical sites. Electrical sites are a lot more costly than the darks and the other filaments, so it's not as profitable to use the Zealot, but the Zealot overall performs really well in my experience. So that's it for this episode of the T0 to T6 Abyss series. We've got a decent drop right here with medium energy new mutaplasmid consisting of half our loot right here. Making our way to T5 Abyss, this is the fit we're going to be planning on using. This one right here, see all these modules. If you have any suggestions or think, oh, Ace Fits, what the heck are you doing? Don't use this stupid fit. This is not good for some reason that I've missed. Let me know. I really appreciate it a lot. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.